Everybody, have you heard the news? We got a brand new show that's breaking all the rules. Started out from VA, now we on the move. From local to global, cause we got something to prove. Came from the bottom, now we at the tippy top. To hold it down for our people, cause we all we got. This is cold, cold world, but we keeping it hot. When this mic, ain't no time to stop. All work over here, still we having fun. Yeah, we say it like it is. Ain't no holding our tongue. Go get us on the team, and we getting it done. And shout out to Travail, girl, you number one. It started with a dream that turned into a vision. The educated new generations is our mission. Ears to the streets, yeah, we steady politicking. If it ain't about the change, mind your business.
Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. We top six like we all up on the ground with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute.
Wave your hands with it.
Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. We top six like we all up on the ground with it.
Welcome to another episode of Wait Again Minute Podcast. Today is Wednesday, December the 15th, 2021. Our episode tonight is entitled, let's see, who is LaTroy Brinkley? So we're basically going to find out who he is, what he's doing, who he's doing it with, basically getting all up in his business. All up in his business. And we're going to find out who is the classic man, as I call him, who he is. So first, I want to welcome you and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. So I am Gam, the creator and director of Wait Again Minute of the hottest podcast in 757. Okay. If I don't say it, who will?
Right.
If I don't say it, then y'all not gonna believe it, right?
That's right.
All right. So Troy, so how has your day been?
My day has been good. Recovering from severe jet lag from last week, trip that I was on.
And where was that?
I was in Dubai.
Wow.
Okay.
Dubai. Like everybody else say, Dubai.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, enjoying life.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was in the salon working today and glad to be here. Came straight here from work.
Look at God.
Yeah.
When you do it. Miss Go Getter, how was your day, week?
My day has been okay. It's been okay. It's been a little stressful. They be making me mad at work, but they don't want to pay me my money. But anywho.
Oh, we need to go back up there.
And do.
Well, come on.
Right. But other than that, it's been pretty good. I guess no need to complain, but I'm complaining a little bit.
Complaining. Well, it's good to complain sometimes because it let us know that how good God is, how real it is. So thankful for other stuff.
Right.
So are y'all gonna ask me what happened? I mean,
how was your day, week, last month? How
you got
pretty much nothing.
all of that for that.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right. All of that.
I don't have anything going on. Actually had a good day, good week. I'm gonna have a great rest of the week. Tomorrow we have the chief of police coming, so that's gonna be good. So
he's dope.
Looking forward to talking with him again. So other than that, good. Can't complain. So anyway, we're gonna hop right on in because I am so eager to really get to know who you are because, like I was telling you before we started, I really don't know you personally. So hopefully before tonight is over, I can say, you know what? He is a classic man.
All right, let's get it.
So one of the questions I wanted to know is, being that you, first of all, introduce yourself because I'm getting ahead of myself. Introduce yourself.
So again, my name is LaTroy Brinkley. I'm a Suffolk native. I own a business here, Serendipity Hair Salon. I'm a commissioner for the city of Suffolk. I ran for city council. I did not win. I was very close, but all things good. I'm glad I didn't win. My voice is better not having a title to it. I'm a father of 3.
Okay.
And I love the Lord.
With all your heart.
With all my heart.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So let me ask you this, Troy, for all those who don't know like myself. What does the commissioner of Suffolk do?
So there's different commissions. So I started off, I was appointed to be a commissioner for Suffolk Office on Youth, Department of Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
So we helped oversee the youth programs, not the day-to-day business.
Okay.
But when matters of the heart needed to be voted on.
Okay.
So I was Commissioner for Office on Youth, Suffolk Clean Community, which was the recycling programs,
Okay.
um, helping with the new trails that we have in Suffolk, the
Mhm.
walking trails. We
Mhm.
did a part of those. The different flowers and trees that are being planted in Suffolk.
Oh, okay.
Like it gets really intricate. Cigarette disposal cans downtown in the city, and a commissioner for housing authority.
Oh.
So for those of you who are getting your Section 8 vouchers, and I know you don't supposed to have them, if you're watching, God bless you.
Oop. That's a little jewel he just dropped for y'all. A
So
little
I mean,
FYI
I
jewel.
get y'all doing all the trees and all of that, and making the city look pretty.
Mhm.
Um, but and then honestly, you said something about the youth.
Yes.
What were you saying about the youth?
That was one of the commissions I was on. That was the Office on Youth, with
Okay.
Department of Parks and Recreation. So all of the events that you were seeing that um, curtailed to the youth,
Mhm.
that was the day-to-day operations. But we made sure, hey, we would go to the city. They need more money. They
Mhm.
need more money, and
Okay.
that's been a constant battle.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people, and we're going on with the conversation. A lot of people say, "Well, we don't have anything for the youth. We don't have anything for the youth to do." It starts at city council level with your councilman.
Okay.
The money has
Right.
to be allocated. You just can't spend. You work 40 hours a week, you get paid 40 hours. Once that's gone, it's gone.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So it has to be allocated from the city, and we say, hey, this is what's going on, this is what we need,
Okay.
along with whoever the director is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, being that you're not a resident of Suffolk, correct?
Correct.
But you own a business in Suffolk.
Mhm.
Tell us how you actually got started into doing your into hair and all of that.
Oh wow. I always wanted to do hair, but
Mhm.
my daddy wasn't having that.
So you have an alpha male dad?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Born in the 50s. Yeah. So next question.
So when
So
you
no, I'll go on. So I went to after I graduated from Lakeland High School.
Oh
I
my
went
gosh.
to
That's where we got to stop right there. See, I mean, I'm all for Lakeland now,
I'll knock all
but
this stuff over.
and you're going down just like y'all banned stuff back in the day. Down. But anyway, but go ahead, Lakeland, LHS. Go ahead.
So I graduated from Lakeland High School. Then I went to the Virginia State University.
Okay,
And,
you on the hill.
yeah,
Okay.
graduated from there. Then I went to Hampton University. But I
Mm.
always wanted to do hair. So I think somewhere in between there, well, I moved back here and I was dating someone at the time and they used to do hair.
Mhm.
And I just kind of picked up little things
Mhm.
and things went on and it
Mhm.
evolved to a career. At that time, I was working for Verizon and it was January 3rd, 2008.
Mhm.
Um, I told my director I couldn't do it anymore and I just walked out.
Oh
Ooh.
wow.
And I was like, I got to the car and I was like, I got a whole car payment.
Right.
I
Oh,
got
you
rent.
forget? Did you forget about
And
that?
I had like 5 faithful customers
Oh, you on doing good.
in the house. I wasn't doing good at all. Like,
But
this
in your
is
mind, you was doing
in my
real
mind,
good.
I was like, well, I'm gonna make this happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But just like I was talking earlier, I was
Mhm.
uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't go back.
Right.
So I made it work.
You had to do what you had to
I
do.
did. And it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made.
I hear a lot of entrepreneurs speak of that. They say a lot of them to me have I consider having that crazy faith
Yeah.
where they'll leave
Mhm.
their full-time job or whatever and it's like, you know what? God bless me with this whatever it is and I'm
Mhm.
going to go and just step out on faith and just do it.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I don't know. I just don't I don't think I have that type of faith.
You do. You just got
Okay,
to.
for my job, I'm like, Lord have mercy.
It was a lot because not only are you talking about a paycheck that
Mm.
you're losing benefits,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
all of the perks and I had a good job,
Mm-hmm.
but I just couldn't do in those 4 walls all day,
Right.
every day. We had a policy at Verizon where you couldn't take off on a Monday.
Oh wow.
So if if you were sick, you had to come to work.
So what actually happened though that particular day that made you say, you know what? Let me get myself and knock all this down.
Well, it won't
and get
edibles
outta
because
here.
we won't doing that then. I actually don't. I had been thinking about it, and I was just sitting at my desk. I don't know what happened. It was just like something literally lifted me up. I went to my supervisor's office, and I was like, his name was Don. I was like, don't do this anymore. He was like, do what? I was like, work here. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, today's my last day. He was like, well, let's talk about this. I was like, no. I was like, I'm not supposed to do this.
Right.
And I was traveling with them,
Right.
you know. I just couldn't do it anymore. And that was
And that was it.
last day.
And you haven't looked back since.
No.
Have you ever thought about, let me go get another job?
I have, because what words can I say?
Whatever you want to
Because
say.
y'all niggas come in the salon and get on. It's like sometimes it's like, Lord, sometimes we have those days.
Oh yeah,
Right.
We have up and down days just like any other business, you wondering where the bill's gonna come. I remember when the pandemic started and when the mandate came down from federal that, hey, you have to close down tomorrow. And I said, well, what you mean close down? They said, close down. I said, so we come back the day after?
You mean close down for a couple of hours?
Listen,
like what?
because we were in like
Emergency
actively doing
evacuation?
hair. They was like, no, the president has mandated. I was like, so who's gonna pay the bills? So I'm worried about who's gonna pay the bills at the salon.
Right.
Who's gonna pay the bills at my house?
Right.
Who's gonna take care of my kids? It's
Right.
2 in college and 1 at home. Who's gonna help my dad because I help him?
Right.
How are these other ladies in here gonna pay their bills?
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna pay for this car out here?
Yeah.
The first thing I did. So I finished up work that day and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go home. But that morning, I called Maserati. I was like, look, y'all car in my garage.
You was already trying to prepare.
If you want to
Listen.
Let me go ahead and prepare myself. Look, y'all car in the garage. Look,
Yeah.
they just told me to stop working.
The younger me would have been like, Dad, I'm coming to stay with you. The older me was like, y'all come get this car first because I ain't moving with nobody.
Right.
And they was like, no, Mr. Brinkley, keep the car. I was like, look, I ain't gonna be able to pay y'all this payment. She was like, no, what we'll do is roll it to the end. I said, so then I got to pay for it after I've, in my mind, paid for it.
That's right.
I said, I'm not gonna do good with that. She said, well, let me see what we can do. Well, we're gonna knock 3 payments off. I was like, okay.
God, yeah.
So they did that. And then I got in a collision that August and totaled the car.
Oh my God.
But
After they done worked it all out for you,
they did
you turned
work it
around
out.
and
I
told the
rode
car.
3 months for free.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Listen,
Definitely ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, so you mentioned that you had 2 in college and 1 in
At home.
at home. So that's 3.
Yeah.
So okay, so how is it being a parent? Because you're actually young, outgoing parent. So like, how is it?
So the oldest 2 are not mine biologically.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been there
But they're
since they
yours.
were 5 and 6.
Right.
So they mine.
Mm-hmm.
My son loves it. He loves what I bring to the table. Like, he don't care.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago when we were dropping him off, I did a whole video of he and I just talking on the way to Virginia State. And it was candid conversations. He likes when I visit the school. He's cool with everything. He's fun.
Mm-hmm.
The middle girl, she's like, she could do without it.
Oh.
It's like, but you still my pops, you cool, that sort of thing. The baby girl, she ain't had that shit at all.
Yeah.
she was like, I don't know why my friends like you. I was like, cause I'm fun. We we do fun stuff. I love them. My baby girl, she changed my life.
How?
I think about things before I do it now.
Okay.
I did some stuff.
I can't believe that because you're really like the classic man. Like, you dress nice, and now I see I smell you, so you smell nice.
I took a bath to come here
See,
to be with
Ooh.
y'all today.
that is that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's
You done
exactly
polished
what I'm
up all the way.
right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So it's like it's hard for me to see you in any other light.
It's I wasn't a bad person per
Mhm.
se. I was just trying to find my way in life. It was I live in Suffolk. It's a small-minded town.
Mhm.
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 So just trying to fit in and be okay with fitting in was one of those things. Now, when I was at Virginia State, I partied. I had a good time.
Right.
If COVID was out then, I probably would have had it, um, along with some other things. To
Right.
God be the glory. Um,
Things he has
but
done.
never a bad person to intentionally hurt people. I've
Mhm.
never been that. But my kids, they, I think before I try to think. I still mess up.
Mhm.
But I try my best to be an example for them. I've told them several times, "Hey, me and your mom's not going to be here forever."
Right. That's right.
I lost my mom when I was 16.
Mhm.
Nobody ever had that conversation with me. So it's like, what do I do now? Mama's
Right.
gone,
Mm.
So I try to teach them life skills. Hey, this is what it is. Certain things I do now, I think about them like
Mhm.
nobody ever taught me about credit.
Right.
I was in college. I had a Lane Bryant card.
Elaine Brown.
Everybody got good gifts that
Right.
Christmas.
Okay. Okay.
I had a Home Depot card.
Mhm.
I had y'all remember Structure?
No.
It was like a Gap. It was
Oh
like
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
I
yeah.
Mhm.
had Structure. I had Bath and Body Works. I used to wear Pear.
Oh my
You
God.
had
walk
all
around
the.
walk around smelling fruity.
Now let me ask you this. Now let's go back to that 16-year-old who lost his mother. How take us on that journey a little of how that was for you at 16.
My mother was my safe place.
Mhm.
She was what anyone envisions a mom to be. Um, I never had to worry about anything. She always covered me. She always
Mhm.
protected me. Um, I remember clearly she went to the hospital that night. And have you ever heard the old saying, a witch on your back, like you're asleep, but you can't wake up, but you see everything
Mhm.
going on around you?
Mhm.
So I saw that.
Mhm.
She was in the room when my aunt was getting her ready to take her to the hospital, but I couldn't wake up. My grandmother came and woke me up. So I went. Um, when I got to the hospital, my dad met me at the old OBC
Mhm.
Mhm.
at the door. He was like, "It's just me and you. We got to take care of your brother." And I was like, "Huh?" And I remember walking into the room where she was laying there. My mother was chocolate, beautiful skin, long black hair. And she was just laying there. And I was like, and then all hell broke loose.
Mhm.
Um, there was a time when me and my dad, we didn't talk, we didn't get along. And that was because of my sexuality.
Okay.
But trying to get him to understand that I'm still your son.
Mhm.
Right.
That's just a part of me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know, I don't have my mom here anymore. I need you.
Right.
Right.
you know
Right.
and I had all these mother figures, but they weren't my mom. They're not my mom because they're still there. My godmom, my aunts,
Mhm.
they're always supportive, but I needed my
You need your
dad.
dad,
I
right?
needed
Mhm.
my dad. Since then we have such a wonderful relationship now.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But the sad thing is you can't get back those
You
years
can't.
that
Right.
you
No.
missed.
Right.
So my kids could come to me and whatever, I'm gonna stick beside them.
And I think that maybe being that you went through that allow you to be the parent that you are
Yeah.
for your
Right.
Yeah.
kids.
Right.
And it helps me with other people.
Right.
A lot of my clients come to talk to me. I had family members come talk to me.
Mhm.
Well,
Mhm.
my son or my daughter's gay,
Yeah.
and
Next.
you're straight.
Okay.
What's the problem?
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I didn't raise him to be like that. Well, what does that mean? You
Mhm.
didn't.
Right.
You didn't raise him because you can't raise sexuality.
Right.
Correct.
So, what do you mean?
Right.
Now, I can see if you say my son robbed a bank. Well, I didn't raise him. I raised him to go get a job and work for what he wants.
Right.
But to
Right.
say I didn't raise them like that because of their lifestyle. I'm like, that's probably one of the stupidest things you could ever say. That's your kid. Love them. The same kid is gonna have to wipe your ass one day.
That's right. That's
Remember
right.
that.
Right.
That's right.
And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's life. Go.
And I think a lot of times they take it hard because of maybe how they have grown up and looking at how they have grown up, but then too they're looking and worried about what other people are gonna say.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, if you're so concerned about other people's feeling, when do you have time to be concerned about yours?
That part.
Somebody you birthed.
And it's
Right.
very important.
Right.
I've seen so many children hurt. I was one of those children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, you go to school, you go to the bus stop, you're called gay. You go to the playground, you're a faggot. You go to school, you're gay, you're punk.
Mm-hmm.
And to hear it at home, it's like,
What in the world?
so my freedom was when I went to college. I was like,
Okay.
oh, that doesn't happen here.
Mm-hmm.
You could be yourself. You know,
Right.
you had a few people look at you strange,
Right.
but it wasn't the everyday antagonizing situations back and forth. And that's where I began to find myself. I was
Okay.
like, wow,
Oh.
it's okay to be yourself.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And then by you being away at school, you had so many different people with different upbringings
Everything.
from different, cities, states.
Even when I tell you, I
So
was barely
therefore,
coming home
yeah.
I'm
because
sure.
I
able to
didn't
be
have
yourself.
peace. I had
Mhm.
peace where I was.
Right. Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
That's crazy now, and it's so crazy because nowadays compared to you're pretty much up there in age.
Yeah.
Y'all are pretty much
Listen.
up there in age. I'm say y'all.
Man.
But
Mm.
compared
But what you trying to say?
I don't know. I'm a little confused.
know-
Since we about the same age, I'm just lost. I'm really lost.
but compared to now and versus then, I
Mhm.
think with the kids now, it seems like it's more popular.
It's like the thing.
It's a thing. Oh, you gay? Okay, all right, cool. You gay? Oh, okay, and going on about their life. It's like, but before people were, like you said, they were dealing with so many things, trying to figure out why, who don't like me, and just trying to because they feel alienated,
Mhm.
and then they don't have a safe space anywhere, so they're trying to figure it out. To now, it's like they come out the womb like that, and the mom like, okay, yeah.
And it's okay. That love is needed. I've seen so many people battling with their sexuality, and they become suicidal.
Right. That's what I
Right.
was about to say.
Right.
They become depressed. They
Mhm.
close down. They go and adopt other people's families just to be a part.
Something. That's right.
Just to be a part of something. And I'm like, listen, your family either way. But I think there was a meme one time that said Alicia Keys, no, Sierra walked so Nicki Minaj could run or something like that. You ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I told this little gay guy one day, I walked so you could run.
Oh,
So
okay.
you could be free.
Yeah.
Enjoy. And I told him, I said, enjoy life.
I've paved the way for you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Here's the road. I said, enjoy life. No matter what you do,
That's right.
live your best.
That's
Whatever
right.
your best is.
Mhm.
Stop amounting yourself up to what you see on TV or social media or who people want you to be.
Mm-hmm.
Find your own lane and ride it.
That's right. And I think it starts with confidence. You have to have a
Yeah.
lot of confidence within yourself before people can try to encourage you and prop you up. But if you don't feel as though that you're worthy, then it's like, I don't know.
You're
But
right.
now, being that you're very popular, you're well known, you're straightforward, you're known to hair and all those things and everything, music, and you're funny, and you're definitely gonna tell it like it is, especially on social media. I can always look to see that you're gonna tell it, but being that you are who you are, how did you come to possess those traits?
I didn't. It started off as a coping mechanism. Being teased as a kid. Um, redhead, freckles, and you're a punk.
Yeah, like
I'm like, why I gotta be, damn, I'm all of this.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So, and it kind of became, everything turned into a joke.
Mm-hmm.
to put a band-aid on what I was really hurting inside. I couldn't help for who I was. I can't change
Right.
who I am.
Right.
So you start laughing and joking, laughing
Mhm.
and joking.
Mhm.
And then when I was like, oh, they can't beat me for real.
They can't
I
handle me,
was
yeah.
bullies. Yeah, y'all can't handle me. So I started saying what I wanted to say. Hey, this is it. So it started as a coping mechanism just to hide who I was and to get through the day.
Wow.
Like nobody knows what that feel like unless you've been through it. Just to get through the day. It's like I have to put this on just to make it. And
so your way to get people from not like trying to bully you or
Yeah.
talk about you, you just did jokes so you can get them to laugh.
that was it.
Now that pretty much then turned to who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when when some of the kids, because you have kids that will sit and try to talk about you, just say mean stuff to you for no reason. So what did you like actually do other than joking? What made you decide to start joking that you figure, hey, I can make them laugh?
It
Were you at
was
home telling jokes or having your family laughing?
my best friend in high school. Her name was Shalon the artist. She's
I
passed
was
away.
thinking about her yesterday.
That was my boo. She was
Yeah.
my next door neighbor. That was my boo. Shalonda always took up for me. Always. It was her, Renee King, Tierra Ricks. They always took up for me. And we would just sit around and laugh and joke. And I would just come up with stupid stuff. And it just became a part of everybody wanted to know, well, he's cool. What are he talking about? So it was like, oh, if I laugh more, talk more, joke more, they won't call me names. They won't pick at me. They won't bully me. I don't think, well, it won't bullying back then. What was it?
I think it was bullying back then.
They just ain't call it.
Yeah, I don't think it was calling it bullying. I don't know what it was calling it then.
They would just pick.
Yeah.
And it turned into, wow, he's cool. So I was like, oh, so if I do this, I'll take that negative attention off myself.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's how it happened.
And then you just do it because you can.
Yeah, I think I might need a prescription. Because sometimes I'm like, did I just say that?
Yeah, the thing about wait a minute, I know I didn't just say that. I didn't mean it. Let me take it back.
But once it's out there, once I post stuff now, I'm like, somebody done screenshot it. Okay.
And you know what? See, I'm a firm believer in it too. If I post it and it's out there, I'm not taking it down.
Don't take it down.
No, I'm not going back. Oh, nope, it's out there. That's how it's been at the moment. So
I'm about to get all of this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's exactly what it is. Okay, so you're now doing hair and so how did you start doing it full time? Like what made you start doing when you left your job? Were you already doing hair then?
I was doing a little bit. I had like those 5 clients.
Okay.
And they was paying like $10. They weren't paying no full price.
$10? What were they doing?
I was in the kitchen.
For $10?
I was practicing. So I was like.
So you quit your full-time jobs for a practice job?
First of all, don't call me stupid.
A little touched. Was he?
So you quit your full-time for a practice job?
I did.
5 practice clients, so you had $50. In a car note.
In rent.
Ain't no way.
Oh yeah, and then that's what you call crazy.
But
baby.
my aunt lived next door to me, so she made sure I ate. Shout out to Aunt Janice. She made sure I ate. She made sure I ate. But I promise y'all, within 2 months, I was doing like 20 people a week.
What? Okay.
I was like,
okay, and that was good because that was that crazy phase.
It was. I had no
like, okay.
At this
time, out for $50.
When my mom died, my brother moved with his dad.
Okay.
And then things didn't go well with that, so my brother moved with my mom's mom. She got ill, and she passed, so he had to come live with me.
How was that?
It was good. I love my brother.
I didn't know you had a brother. Who's older?
I didn't know that until the other day.
He's a professional bowler.
Yep, I read that on his post.
His name is LaTroy Brinkley.
Oh.
If you saw us, you wouldn't think he was my brother because he looked like his dad. I look like mine.
Okay.
But he came to live with me. And I remember having to get him a bedroom set because I had a 2-bedroom house. I lived on Spruce Street. And
I know you,
in
Lan.
South Suffolk.
I know
I
that
can't
'cause
believe
see it.
that.
I ain't always
No,
been
sir.
fabulous.
No,
I
sir.
can't believe that.
Listen, okay, listen. My grandmother got sick and she passed, and he had to come live.
Okay.
I had to give him a bedroom set. I went to Renaissance because that's all I could afford.
Mhm.
Listen,
That took the whole 20 client money right there.
that won't that it?
Right.
And they'll knock on the
And them
door,
niggas
miss
was
that
knocking on the
payment.
door. They was calling people. I was like, y'all rude.
Yes, they are.
But I had to because I couldn't have him sleeping on the floor.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
He was a teenager then. Very mannerable, very respectable. Had no problems out of him. I had to make a way. I have this whole human being living with me
Right.
that I have to, and it won't no death benefit check coming in. Somebody was
Right.
getting it, but it won't me.
Okay.
So I had to take
Gotcha.
care of my brother.
Right.
Mhm.
So, and to this day, that nigga still at the house. I got.
You lying.
Yes, he's dating now,
Okay.
and I'm thinking that he's gonna,
Eventually go out. Yeah.
he's gonna pop that question one day, and he's gonna leave
Leave.
or
Yeah.
add on to the back of the house. Or whatever. But I love him. I love that dude right there. He's like my ace in the hole every time.
Mhm.
All we got is each other.
Mhm.
That's it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
That's real
very
good.
good. 2 young men, and yeah, that's real. That's real good.
Okay, so now let's bring it forward
Mhm.
because so you started the hair in 2018 where you left your job 2018. I mean
2008.
2008.
Mhm.
So now, what was it 2019 or 2020 when you ran for councilman? It was 2019. Or was it
That
2018?
was so COVID done threw us off for
Right.
some
Yes.
Because
years.
I'm trying to think
Jesus.
what year we in 2021. So
Um,
was it 2018?
it was the no,
Well, it was one of those years, y'all. So
2016.
2016 when you ran for
Twen-
it
it'll
can't be
be
5 years ago.
I
Yeah,
know what.
because
That's
the new
cool.
council have been in going on a year.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh wow. So why you
because
didn't run again?
what was that man that just left the president?
Mhm.
See, he
Yeah.
won. So yeah,
So why didn't you run again?
I running for that office,
Mm-hmm.
you found out a lot.
Like
I
what?
was like, why?
Like what?
Did you get a stipend to be a city councilman? It's like $12,000 or $13,000. I'm like, why y'all fighting over this? It's their money under the table.
Right.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And then, oh really? Pretty blinks of that.
It's
You had
the
to drop
good
a
money
bomb.
under the table.
20.
If something happened to me, y'all know that. Okay.
Right.
If something happened to you, come get me.
Listen,
Because something happens.
and I was like, oh, people pay for your vote.
Yeah.
If they want you in that seat, and I was like, I would never stoop that low.
Mhm.
I've lost. Money doesn't make me who I am. I've
Right.
seen it all. I've had it all. I've lost it
Doesn't
all.
trigger you, right?
And the things that you come in contact with,
Mm-hmm.
and you make a good decision where my voice would be better without this title because I could get censured and
Mhm.
can't say anything if I'm a councilman,
Mhm.
or I can't do
Right.
this and I can't do that if I'm a councilman because they would say it's favoritism or somebody's
Mhm.
looking for a handout. So I'm like, okay, cool. It is
Mhm.
what it is. Then I actually thought about it. Then when I found out that, and it's all you got to play your hand.
Mhm.
So I went to a meeting where all of these other men were running for the same seat. I mean, you got 3 blacks and 1 white.
Okay.
So if 3 blacks and 1 white vote running for this, that's gonna split the votes.
Split the votes,
Right.
right?
He gonna get it.
Mhm.
He's not for my people that I represent. So who's gonna bow out respectfully? And this is on somebody's notes because there was a note taker there today. I said, it's not about me, it's about the seat.
Mhm.
I will bow out.
Mhm.
I'm good. I'm gonna go book me a flight and I'm gonna go on a trip.
Right. And be
So
good, yeah.
and that
Forget all
was it.
about it, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and that was it.
Okay. And so you decided you don't want to do it again.
Man,
So now, but what was the thing that was motivating you initially to want to get into politics, though?
it was well. My undergrad degree is in political science.
Oh.
Okay.
I all of my TVs until recently stay on CNN,
Mhm.
MSNBC. I even watch Fox to see what them niggas over there
Oh
saying because
yeah.
they crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
they
You
are.
got to watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to watch them closer. Um, and I saw the help that I could do in Suffolk.
Okay.
I was always involved in everything going on. I'm like, well, I might as well have a title to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
that was it. But working on the commissions gave me more joy, I would say, than probably having that city councilman title
Mhm.
because
Okay. So you
you're
get into
really
more.
I'm on the board for the Salvation Army. I get to meet with the people.
Mm-hmm.
I get to meet with the people on the angel tree. I get
Mhm.
to,
Oh
your
yeah.
heart
Yeah. Your
pours
heart,
out.
right.
Yeah.
I get to see the people who need housing
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. It's a different level of service.
Mhm.
A lot of people say you're a leader. Well, in order to be an effective leader, you have to serve.
Right, that's
Right.
right.
That's
And
That's
I
right.
right.
don't mind. Like housing, the director of housing, she used to when it would flood or we would have the hurricane.
Mhm.
It was never a commissioner's job to go to those neighborhoods and check on stuff.
Mhm.
I get in my car, drive. You make sure your people are all right.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I just don't sit behind the desk and
Mhm.
do the work. I'm out here on foot, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So
Yeah.
Okay, so you're working, you're doing hair.
Mhm.
Now I did my little research, and when I Google your name, it says celebrity hairstylist. So let us know like how all that came about.
Well, I went to the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Awards just to go in
Mm-hmm.
Vegas. I was like, oh, this is fun. I had a good time. One of my clients, her name is Debbie Lopez. Um, she said, next year you should run for the best hair salon. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, okay. So thought nothing of it.
Right.
Had paid to go the next year to the Hoodie Awards. If you never been to the Hoodie
yeah, I've
Awards,
been to the hoodie wars
did you
before.
enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
It's
for real.
Yeah.
so they stopped it,
Yeah,
but
that's what I said. Did he stop that?
hopefully I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a change.org and I'm gonna send it to Steve. I'm gonna send it
Yeah.
to
That
Steve.
used to be nice.
Um, so Debbie was like, um, "Your name's on the radio." I was on 95.7. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
"For what?"
I remember
She was
that.
like, "Best hair salon." I was like, "You lying?" So I'm listening to the radio. I'm working at the chop shop thing with Plum,
Okay. Okay.
and I'm like, I'm listening to the radio, and it was like in second place, LaTroy Brinkley, the chop shop. I was like, "That's my name on the radio.
Yeah.
What is
I
this?"
Who in
remember
the world
that.
let the floodgates
I
open?
was excited. So um, I called Teresa Brown at 95.7.
Okay.
She never answers the phone,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
unless they're set to be on the air. And she was like 95.7 R&B.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Oh, you got a nice voice
and
too.
I started
95.7
screaming.
R&B.
Hmm.
And she was like, hello. And that started our relationship.
Okay.
Okay.
So she kept announcing on the radio that I was in the running.
Mm-hmm.
So and I got it. Out of that relationship, I met this lady named Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Jade is who I call my white sister.
Okay.
Jade was in marketing at 95.7, but Jade later got a job working for the Steve Harvey morning show as
Mm.
the marketing person there. So
Okay.
she's doing that in Fox now. So
Mm.
she makes sure I get contracts and work.
Oh
So
wow, that's
yeah,
good.
she looked out. We became very best friends. Like I go on ski
Mm-hmm.
trips with her and her family. We went on a River City cruise and we were in um, Amsterdam and all those
Mm-hmm.
Oh
places.
wow.
So, it's just like family.
Hmm.
So they helped me get into that. My first celebrity client was Monique at the Neighborhood Awards.
Okay.
I
Okay.
did Monique.
Okay.
She was my
How was
first
that?
client. It was good. I was scared because Monique is crazy. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm crazy.
And
She
she's
That's what I
from
was gonna
crazier than
say. Were
Baltimore
me.
you
too.
crazy?
She,
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
she let you know, she was like, if you mess up my house, here we go. But she loved it. It was cool. And from then, I got to know Carla and Shirley on the morning show.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Jay would invite me to different events. So I got to know people, network with people,
Right.
and
Hmm.
continue to network. And with those, I was Drinking on Sunday came out to the
Okay.
neighborhood award. So I was able to hang with them, show them people, meet them people. And it was just a all around good experience. And I still keep those relationships to the day. Then I became the executive hairstylist for the neighborhood awards.
Oh wow! So how
Yeah.
was that? So you was on what?
So
How that work?
because I lost the contest 3 times.
Okay, but you know.
I had lost.
You might didn't get the
Right.
award,
Come on now.
but you got the reward.
Come on, preach.
Right, go
Come
ahead
on,
on,
preacher.
girl.
Yeah.
That was a
Send,
word.
send your
did, though.
tithe and offering. Can I have your cash out?
Let me
Um,
pin that right now.
I met this guy named Johnny Wright.
Mhm.
Okay.
He was the spokesperson for Soft Sheen Carson at the time.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay. So we hung out while we were in Vegas. And Johnny went on as the head hairstylist for Michelle Obama.
Oh, what?
That's
I
Johnny
didn't know
Wright.
that. Mhm. Okay.
So he moved to DC. I was always in DC with him, helping him do stuff, go with him to see the missus and just different events. So I was like, wow, thank you for being, he was my mentor. And he was like, why don't you do the job that I was doing for the morning show? I was like, I never thought about it. So at that time, hey Jade, what do you think about this?
Right.
And Steve's partner at the time, his name was Rushion McDonald. We talked to Rushion, and I forgot the other guy name. He don't work there no more. They let him go. But anyway, Jade worked it out. So I got that title and that job, and it was dope. That's when we transitioned the neighborhood awards from Vegas to Atlanta, and we did that for 2 years. So that was the journey.
So you would do the hair when they had the hoodie awards. You
The
would
hoodie awards, or if celebrities were in and needed something.
Oh yeah.
Even being on the East Coast, I would get calls. Hey, I used to work for Black Enterprise magazine. Hey, you used to work at a hoodie awards. We need you to come up to Afram Fest in Baltimore and do this. Hey, we're having this event in New York. We need you to, and it rolled like that.
See, and that's
Now
why it's good to
that's
help.
nice.
Yeah, that's why it's good to help build solid relationships, and
Yeah.
and put your best foot forward every time, so
Every
they can look
time.
at your work
Yeah.
ethic, and then you get in through people because of relationships that you have built over time.
Yeah, and it got to the point where I would be on leisure trips traveling and get a phone call. Hey, are you anywhere? And I'm like, yeah, I was at BE Golf and Tennis in I think were we in Tampa? We were somewhere in Florida. And Elise Neal needed her hair done. I ain't had no flat irons, no.
Oh my gosh.
I went to the store.
Right.
That's what I did.
That's right.
And we're to this day, we just like that. If I'm in Cali, she'll hit me up. She's like, hey, can you come? Sure will.
Right.
That's how it worked.
Yeah, so I googled your name because anytime you sit in this, it's not a couch, but sit in this Boston.
These Shavari
say
bar
it again.
stools.
That's
Shavari.
right.
That's it. Mahogany.
Yep. Anytime you sit in these seats, we got to make sure that we do our little digging on you. So we're learning a lot about you. And because like I was just explaining to you, yes, Suffolk is small. However, I didn't know you personally. So through tonight, I'm learning a little bit more about you and that I didn't know. So hopefully those who are listening tonight will be able to do the same. And that's the reason for the podcast. A lot of times, people be like, you already know him. You already know you don't know who he is until you sit in the seat.
Yeah.
Right.
Because everybody had, you think you know somebody until you sit there.
So what's something about you that a lot of people don't know though?
Hold on. Because I was ready to ask it.
Were you? Oh, because you was on other. I didn't know where you was going at with that girl. I want to know myself. What is something?
Because I'm gonna get her. Go ahead, Troy. Go ahead.
Well, before I answer that, there's one more person I have to thank because they helped me a lot in my career. Yolanda Godwin.
Okay, go E.
Yolanda, say what we want to say about it. She done got on my nerve a few times in life. When you need something done, she does it. She don't ask anything of you. She
does it.
I think that's her calling.
And with her heart.
That's true.
this freckle face boy right here, she really looked out for me.
Mhm.
So she really has. But something that people don't know about me.
3 things.
3 things. Wow. I really enjoy time alone.
You do?
I do.
What?
And I'm always around people.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. I think you get to that point once you're around people all day,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like, I just don't want to be around nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend, he has to deal with that when I get home.
Oh, gosh.
And then I'll be like, thank you so much. The other thing, I don't know. I'm pretty much an open book. I want to move to Dubai.
Well, look how you said I want to move to Dubai.
What's holding you back though?
I have to make sure that my affairs are straight.
Right.
It's a different ball game over there. They don't have any poverty.
Oh, great.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow. Maybe I need to go there too. I need to join
Listen.
them so I can get some of that.
But listen,
Be like this over there touching. Let me get some of that.
let's see. And I really have a heart for people, just people in general. I'm a giver. And sometimes I have to catch myself. I give, and no matter how I've been treated, I don't treat people any different. I mean, I speak,
Right.
but I'm not going to treat you any different. I don't.
Well, see, that's probably why you stay blessed, because God looks after the heart, so He knows your heart. So,
Yeah.
a lot of times He kind of give us a little pass on our
A
mouth,
little grace.
a little grace every
Grace.
now and then.
He said, here you go.
But I heard you say your friend. So tell us about your love life, because we want to know what you have going on, and how is that
You see
going?
me
And
start singing?
I hear you. I hear you. It's just smiling and everything.
Oh, so a friendship of 21 years turned into a whole cotton picket relationship.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah.
How in the world I haven't?
I don't know, and it was easy. Like, we've been friends for 21 years, and we know everything about each other. So March, back in late March, we just kind of started merging. We would see each other all the time, hang out all the time,
Right.
and then it was just like, so what you doing? You trying to be my sneaky link?
And this March of 2020 or 2021?
Yesterday, March.
Oh, this new. This new.
Yesterday, March.
Oh God.
But
last night.
It's new to, like, everybody was like, so y'all should have been did this. But it's like nothing has changed, because we were together all the time anyway. We were hanging out, going places. And I asked him, I didn't, you could be around people for so long, you don't realize they appreciate you. I remember it was his birthday, and I was like, well, what are you doing? Because he was going through like a bad breakup. And he was like, nothing. So I cooked. I cooked tacos. It won't even.
okay.
It won't even my best meal.
Right.
And I bought him a birthday cake because it was his birthday. He was so thankful, and I was like,
"Oh, that was
just
easy."
some hamburger meat. I think I did hamburger and seafood, maybe. It wasn't even seafood; it was chicken.
But it came right on. It came right on time.
It
though.
did.
Right,
I had to realize that.
It came. It came
Because
right on time.
once you've been with people who don't appreciate stuff, you kind of down yourself and be like, well, it's just
Right. Yeah.
But to somebody else, it's like,
wow,
big
it
deal.
was thoughtful.
yeah.
Big
And I
deal.
was like, oh, okay, I get it. So his name is Larry.
Okay. Hey, Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Larry.
How you doing?
How you doing?
And he's my best friend. He
Of
keeps me
course.
grounded. He allows me to be myself. I've been introduced to his family. It's like nothing short of amazing. Nothing short. I'm a handful to deal with.
I'm
I
sure.
can imagine.
Listen,
I can imagine.
wait a minute. Y'all kept saying it. But he deals with me and my mood swings. He doesn't bother me about my travels.
So
he
did he
won't
travel too?
listen. I had to fix that thing. He
Right.
does travel,
Mhm.
but Larry is one of them people that will have 120 hours of PTO and not take none.
Oh, no.
He
We
likes to
fix
work.
that because he going on a trip January, February, March, June.
That man gonna be jet lagged.
He'll be all right. We're gonna be
He's
jet
gonna be
lagged. We're gonna be
jobless.
jet lagged together.
PTO all gone.
So we're starting to travel together. His friends have been to our home, and I mean, it's
Home, so y'all done move together and everything. Oh,
well,
y'all
he
ain't playing no games.
still has his place,
Oh, okay.
but he's always at mine.
Okay.
It's convenient. Um, we're in a very good place. I wouldn't change anything about him. Um, he's a good man.
That's
Oh,
good.
that's good.
He's a good man.
So now he just had to start the traveling with you.
Yeah.
So now this move that you're talking about to Dubai.
So he just
It's-
finding out about this. So
Ooh,
if you
my
don't want to
bad.
talk,
Uh, my bad.
no, he know I love Dubai.
Right.
He know I love Dubai. So you know, he has some things he's working on. Like he's he's an administrator at his job.
Okay.
He's in higher education, so he can willingly. I'm not just gonna up and move. If he say he don't want to go, we ain't going.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I respect him
Okay.
that much.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I respect him. Yeah,
In the relationship, right?
yeah. Um, because I know if I fall, he got me.
Mm.
I can't say that about too many of them
Woo.
Negroes that I
That's
done been
that's a feeling a lot of people don't
with.
get.
You can't explain it.
You can't. You really can't. And when you have that person, you just gotta.
So
hold on
knowing
to
him, we will probably just visit there maybe once or twice a year for the rest of our
Okay.
lives, and I'll be fine with that. I'll
Go
be
there and
fine
come
with
back
it.
home.
Go there.
Come back home
So
and
not officially pack on up.
yeah.
So now that you're in the relationship,
Mhm.
21 years, so he knows a lot about you and
Everything.
accepts you for who you are, and of course, you do the same thing for him.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know, like, far as I know, you said that you met his family. What if it was different, meaning that his family didn't accept you, didn't like you? Like,
So
how would you handle that?
let me drink some of this. So before we entered this relationship, I
Okay.
had two stipulations. When we go around your friends, I will not be your homeboy or your friend.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, when I go around your family, I will not be your homeboy or your friend. They will know who I am.
Okay.
And because he wasn't out to his family.
Oh my God. So how did that go?
So let me tell you what this nigga did. I'm at work, bumping and curling. No, one day I had got home and he was like, because he's a junior. He's named
Okay.
after his father. So he really respects his father a lot.
Mhm.
I love that about him. He was like, so I talked to my dad. I said, about what? Mind you, I done came home from work. I'm stressed.
Right.
He was like, oh, I told him that we were dating. I said, just me, goofy.
Right.
Just hear what? I was like, oh God. I said, what did he say? He was like, he didn't say anything. He was like, well, he was happy. And if you trying to do some wedding bells, you might want to go ahead and tell your mom and your sisters. I said, your daddy? He was like, yeah.
Good.
I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so I'm letting that absorb in. I'm like, this man has stepped outside of his entire comfort zone. And
Right.
to be with me has taken this step. I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I had problems asking nigga to put $25 gas in the car. you did this?
Right.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So the next day I'm at work bumping and curling. It's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It was October 8th. National Coming Out Day was 10th. I don't know why he couldn't wait.
Yeah,
Two
2
more
days.
days.
Yeah, 2 days.
And he had texted me, and I hate texting when I'm at work because I got to stop. So it was like, hey, what you doing? Hey, you busy? Hey, you got a minute? And I was like, yeah. So I picked up the phone. I was like, hello. He was like, hey, I have my mom and sisters and them on the phone. I just wanted you to say hey. I was like, hey. I was like, okay. So he merged them in.
Mhm.
And they was like, hey, welcome to the family. I was like, it was like everything in the salon just felt quiet to me.
Mhm.
And he was like, I just wanted you to speak, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So we hung up. I called him back. I said, you told him? He was like, yeah. I said, oh, I guess we really together now, huh? And I I talk to his mom often. I talk to his sisters, and they're
Mhm.
wonderful. They're wonderful. But I
Okay.
would not at 44. I'm not gonna date anyone who's in a closet. And when I say in the closet, I'm not meaning you going and telling everybody, "Hey, I'm dating such and such."
Mhm.
Mhm.
I just need you to be comfortable enough that when we're in that setting, it's okay.
Mhm.
We're okay with being together.
Mhm.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
I don't want to be around your friends or your family, and that's my homeboy. No, we gonna stay in this room together. We got we done got these bills together.
Right.
I'm not your homeboy. I don't do
Yeah.
that with my homeboys because my
Mhm.
homeboys they always look for me to pick up the tab. Well,
Right.
no,
Okay.
because Brian paid the bill. My homeboy Brian. Well, I got some good friends. They don't mind paying bills.
Right.
That's good. I
That's
Yeah,
just
that's
thought
very
about it.
good.
that's great.
That's very good.
It
Mhm.
is. Because you know how they do when we
Oh
get to
yeah.
restaurant. I only had.
Yeah. Uh huh.
I'm like, no, we ain't doing that. So that's that's where I'm at
So now,
with it.
okay, now did you have a now, as far as you being a father, did you had to have a sit down with them and say, hey, da 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 da, or
That happened probably about 6 years ago.
okay.
So I was in another relationship with someone, and I told him at that time because we were talking about marriage. I said,
Mhm.
if my kids don't agree with it, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
So
So
I,
that was a deal breaker for you.
mhm. My kids,
Mhm.
at that point, it was like my kids come first. Them
Gotcha.
kids about to be grown, ain't coming back home. They don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
They don't care about nothing but
Mhm.
Uggs,
Not
Crocs,
Uggs.
Yeah.
sweatshirts, and hoodies. That's it.
Mhm.
Um, so I was like, I was talking to my kid's mom because I hit her up. I was like, yo, this what's going on. She was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna take the kids out to eat.
Mhm.
I need to talk to them.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah. You
I'm
want a
being
whole
Bill.
shebang?
Listen. So I was like, where y'all want to go eat? I was like, anywhere y'all want to go. My favorite restaurant is Steinhilber's.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's my spot.
Yeah.
What you know about
In
that?
the cut.
Yeah. I like
Listen.
that too.
Mhm.
I like that too.
Mhm.
So they was like Fridays. I was like, Fridays.
Fridays. That's me.
They was
I
like,
like
no, we
Fridays.
want to go. I was like, all right. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to the two oldest ones. The youngest one, she on her phone. And I told them, I was like, well, y'all know Mr. Rodney. I was like, y'all, they was like, yeah. I was like, well, we're dating. They was like, oh, we know. I was like, so I done bought y'all asses out to
To
eat.
Fridays.
I done bought y'all ass out to eat, and
For
y'all
none.
already know.
Mhm.
I was like, hurry up and finish eating. And my baby girl, she was like, are you happy? I was like, yeah. She was like, well, all right then. I was like, and she was like 10. She was like
Mhm.
9 or 10.
Mhm.
I was like, wow. So they
That was
don't,
it.
they
That was
don't
it.
care what I do.
That was it. As long as they
Mhm.
don't inconvenience them at
Yeah.
any time.
As long as they still got their daddy, they good.
So
Mhm.
so overall, who is LaTroy, and is LaTroy happy? Well, we know that you're happy, but
I am.
happy and then have that inner peace.
I'm at peace with myself. I don't know of many people that can say this, and I'm not. If I left this world today,
Mm-hmm.
I would be
Okay.
knowing that I did all that I could. I I don't have any reservations about my life at this point. None. None.
That's good. So who?
Do you have, let me ask this right quick. Do
Hmm.
you have other things that you want to accomplish though?
Um.
You have the salon, you have your 21-year friendship now. It's a relationship. You on different boards,
Mhm.
you in different committees, you're traveling. Is there any other thing that you want to accomplish as far as, just your life, business, whatever?
So there's one thing I said I wanted to do, but the reason why I was doing it was so wrong, and I know the good Lord ain't gonna let it happen
What's that?
because I get on his nerves too. We get on the Lord
Yeah,
nerves.
that's right.
I pluck his last nerve.
Yeah.
I want to get my doctoral degree,
You do?
but just so y'all can call me Dr. Troy.
Just be called Dr. Troy.
Yes, and if you call me anything other than that, I swear I will not answer.
You just want to hear that hanging.
It's Dr.
Hey,
Troy.
Troy.
Dr.
No,
Troy.
no,
I
Dr.
will be getting T-shirts and passing out pamphlets.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Other than that, no, I just want to enjoy. I don't know many people in their 40s that can just say, I'm just enjoying life at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
On cruise control.
yeah, I get up, I go to work because I love what I do,
Mhm.
but that affords me to be able to do what I want to do.
Right.
And that's it. I wake up every day. I'm thankful.
Mhm.
Right.
I had to sit on the side of the bed and talk to my knees and stuff,
Yeah.
and get my eyes focused.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I'm
It's like, what is going on?
I'm thankful.
Yeah.
I am thankful
Yeah.
beyond. I'm grateful beyond measure because it didn't have to be this way.
And
I
that's
could have been.
exactly right.
A lot of people ask me, "Why do you celebrate?" Because every birthday I do something big.
Mhm.
My mother passed when she was 36. I'm gonna
Okay.
celebrate every birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow ain't
Yeah.
promised. Nothing that I have I can't take it with me.
You're right about that.
Nothing.
Not at
You're right
all.
about that.
So how would one of your friends describe you like far
Oh.
as a friend?
Which one? Which friend?
And you know what? I'm just learning in these last couple of years that there are different types of friends.
Yes.
Right.
Friendships.
Mhm.
So I'm learning that. But a good friend, like, if I were to pick up the phone and call Bob over there, he would say what? Like,
Um,
are
he-
you a good friend?
they would say he's a good person. He's always there. He's always giving. He loves. He got a smart ass mouth. Um, you can't just show up at his house.
Right.
Uh, he'll do anything for you. That's the general consensus. I have a few be like, "Woo, he get on my nerve," but I love him
Mm-hmm.
because I straight from the hip with him. I'm like, "Yo, what the hell is wrong with you? What are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we get so used to sugarcoating stuff with our friends,
Right.
and sometimes they just need to hear the real bullshit. I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a good friend now. Her son got in some trouble. I was like, "Yo, he a grown ass man.
Right.
Chill the fuck out.
Mhm.
Let him figure it out.
That's right.
Right.
You over here stressed out, blood pressure up, gaining weight because you stressed. This nigga behind bars, 3 hots and a cot. Ain't
Right.
talking about send me some money. Send you some damn money for what?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna eat what they gave you
Yeah, that's
because
right.
you were out here. You had the opportunity to eat what you wanted to eat,
Right.
but you made those decisions.
That's right.
Right.
And I told her that I was like, you need to wake the hell up.
Right. Well,
And,
good.
that's how she and I talk.
Mhm.
I can't talk to all my friends like
Right.
that because
Okay.
they wear
I'm
their
learning.
feelings on their shoulders.
Mhm.
So, you kind of like the other friends, I wait till they bring up the thing. If you bring it up and I'm in the room, that means you want to talk about it.
Right. That's
So
right.
we're going to discuss it.
Yeah.
But some of them, I could talk to them like that. Some of them, I'd be like, yo, everything will be all right.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm my friend's friends. In order to be a friend, you have to be a friend.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know how to be a friend. Sometimes you just got to listen to your friends.
Mhm.
I've had friends, and I always say this: the rich ones and the poor ones. I stand by their side, no matter who they are, what they got. You going through something? I'm right there with you.
That's right.
Right there with you.
Mhm.
So that's it.
So 3 to 5 years from now, what do you see Dr.
See how
Dr.
I set up?
LaTroy, right? Looking all studious. Dr. Troy doing or
If my cryptos hit tonight, I'm gonna be on somebody's alley.
You
Listen.
I do be seeing you talking about crypto.
Listen, cryptos have made me a whole lot of money. But 3 to 5 years, Larry and I would have built our forever home from the ground up.
Okay.
Them kids will be gone. God is
Yeah.
good. God is good. And we'll be traveling and whatever he wants to do. whatever he wants to do. He's he has his head on to finish his doctoral and real estate. And if that's what he wants to do, I'm supporting 100%.
You know what? You sound like a good mate, though.
I am.
You actually sound like a good.
I get
mate.
on his nerves.
I'm sure. I'm sure, but
But I
you
am.
know, it sounds like that you have a good heart and you're really in tune to what he wants, not just what you want.
And it's important. It's important being in a relationship. And I had to learn because I was always the one who was relationship. I always took the backseat
Okay.
because I was never a priority. He's made me a priority in his life. So, it's easy
Mhm.
to be a spouse.
Yeah.
He makes it easy. I'm like,
Mhm.
is this how it's supposed to be? So, and it's
I get you.
loyal.
Karan Cook says, wait
That's my
again, minute.
cousin.
He said, this guy right here has been such an inspiration in my life. Much respect. He has definitely earned his crown. I remember
That's
him.
my
I mean, I know
guy.
Karan.
I love you, Karan. That's
Yeah. That
man.
that's good to hear people speak good about you,
Mhm.
especially, while you're still here.
Yeah,
Right.
So
Exactly.
that should make your heart feel good.
it does.
Well, we're already like 6 minutes over, but we could talk to you like all day long. I have enjoyed myself thus far, and like I said prior to us starting, I definitely appreciate you accepting the invitation. But we always ask our guests here at Wait Again a Minute
Mhm.
some feedback or what do you think about Wait Again a Minute podcast as a whole?
I'm waiting for y'all to go to the next level, and you have to be uncomfortable to do it.
Say it again.
You have to be uncomfortable to do it. It's time.
Yeah, it is. It
It's
is.
time. I didn't catch it in the beginning when y'all first started, but I've been watching. It's time.
Mm.
And when you outgrow a space, it's just not the wall space.
Mhm.
It's everything around it. It's time.
I received that.
I've been on radio shows, nationally syndicated, not as well put together as
Mm.
what you're doing here. And that's no lie. We've listen. Listen. And some of them are big influencers on YouTube and Instagram getting these big checks.
Right.
And you walk into the studio and it's white walls, they setting stuff up, and you like, oh, you wasn't ready? Oh,
You knew I was coming.
okay. You planned this 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I've enjoyed myself. It's time for you to be uncomfortable.
Mhm.
I definitely received that, and we're looking for. I'm sure you're gonna stop by again.
Hmm.
Just keep us lifted in prayer.
Of course.
That's all I can say. Let's go get it. What did you take away from tonight?
Well, I took away a lot. I learned a lot about soon to be doctor. Oh, you know what I thought? LaTroy.
Doc.
But I don't even say LaTroy, I just say Troy. But I learned a lot of information. I didn't know he was on so many boards.
Yes.
So he's a director of this on this director board, on this board and that board. And, even with the housing,
Hmm.
and I know you know a lot of people that's receiving stuff from housing. And for them to still be receiving housing, then that right there let me know you're good. How do you play that off? You know, but even still, and then for you to say, you found someone that makes you happy, and then
Yeah.
just well, even before the show, when you was talking about it, you was like glowing. It was almost like you was sliding on ice, and there was no ice in here.
No,
Right.
no.
So, and then I also found it very important when you said that you started out joking and saying what you wanted to say, as a coping mechanism for people picking at you or for people saying different stuff. You just started doing, stuff to get them to laugh. But even now, as an adult,
Yeah,
it's still part of you.
it is.
But it's like that's what you're really known for. It's
Naturally,
like it's
yeah.
natural. It's not like you forcing it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I thought that was really cool. I've learned a lot. And you're really intelligent too.
I try to be.
You are because
Like I can see you say I can see you being called Dr. Troy.
It's funny, like in some of my commission meetings when they hear me speak and I have to
Mhm.
read reports and stuff, they be like,
Right.
"Who the hell
You,
is
yeah,
this?"
So
right.
it's like right. So it's
And I
like
turn it right back off.
right. And that's what I was about to say. It's like you turning it on and off. And it's like, oh, okay. And then I also learned, well, not on the show, but we are cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we were at a family member's funeral years ago, and your
Mhm.
sister just brought it to my attention. And I was like, wow. So I called my aunt, and when your
Mhm.
mom came in, it was verified. I was like, small
Mhm.
world.
Yeah.
Well, Lord.
And
Right. That's
and
All I can do
now
is
wait a
pray.
glam minute.
All I can do is pray. All I can do is pray. But I've learned a lot. I really enjoyed this time, and I like when conversations are just that, conversations,
Mhm.
and you learn a lot about people, but it wasn't forced to anything. And I know that you speak well, um, and now I know why. You went to
Mhm.
Virginia State, you went to Hampton, so you're a very intelligent guy. Like you really know when you're speaking, you really speak with power,
Thank you.
and you're very influential.
Right.
So I just commend you. Like keep on going,
Mhm.
continue to live your life as you're living, and you're definitely going to do what Dr. LaTroy wants to do.
Right.
Thank you.
So I mean,
I can hear that now. But it sounds good though.
Dr. Troy.
Dr. Troy.
no, nobody would call him Dr. Troy though.
No,
Oh,
no one around here will call him Dr. Troy. We're gonna keep it real.
right.
And then especially when he gets on
What
Facebook
you
and say
call
what
him
he
by
wants
that?
to say,
No, they're not gonna call
they're
him
gonna be like,
Dr. Troy.
what? They're like, he's Dr. Troy.
But you
Jump
are
today.
right. But you are, and you have that influence on people, and it's
Mhm.
it's a good influence, and that's always good to have. And no matter if you're shooting straight from the hip or not, when you're speaking from the heart, people are going to receive
Right.
it just that way.
Right.
So it won't. It's not, kind of the other way. But I've enjoyed this time. Like I
Mhm.
really have, and I want to see you come back
I'll
and
tell you
check us
this
out.
before you close if you have a
Mm-hmm.
moment. Um, the year before COVID, and this is only two people know about this. The
Mm-hmm.
lady who called me and one of my best friends. Um, I was suicidal.
You lying?
Uh,
Oh no, we
It's
ain't going nowhere. No, keep rolling.
Right, because I
and
asked you
and I
something that nobody know.
and
That's something I mean
I just thought about it
Well, that's nothing you just tell nobody.
and I
That's
think
not
is
good.
good.
is important for people to know because
Yeah.
they see us,
Mm-hmm.
they
Right.
see you, they see
Right.
you, and they think we have it all together.
Exactly.
Well, we put on this for y'all to do what
Mhm.
we have to do.
Mhm.
Right.
I was driving to work and I was just in a dark place. Like, I don't even know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Just a
Right.
dark, very dark, heavy place. I know I was missing my mom. Um, Finances were shifty.
Mhm.
Mm.
Everything was just off balance.
Mhm.
And I was driving to work. I was on Portsmouth Boulevard, where the old Lowe's used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what, God, this is it. I was like, I'm over it.
Mhm.
I can't deal with this no more. I can't deal with it no more. And by this time, I was by. It used to be the bread store.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
My
Right.
phone rings. My phone rings, and I'm like, it says Melvion. You know Melvion.
Mm-hmm.
And I pick up the phone. I was like, hello. And all I heard was rattling. And I'm like, hello. She was like, hello. I was like, hey. She was like, how you get on my phone? I was like, you called me. She was
Mhm.
like, no, I was logging into my bank.
Oh wow.
I was like, it was meant for you to.
Mhm.
I was done.
To
Like,
interrupt your thoughts that you was having.
I was just in a deep, dark place. And I had been there for a while.
Mm.
And I never could understand how someone would want to take their life.
Mm-hmm.
But until you get in that place where that's the easiest way to
Right.
To go, right.
to do it. I was there. She saved my life. God sent her that morning. She saved my life. And from that day on, I said, I'll live on purpose.
Right,
Mhm.
every
'Cause
day.
at that
Right.
moment, when I was going through it, nobody mattered, nothing. I just didn't.
Well, we glad she made that call.
I'm glad she
That
did too.
and she made a call and didn't even know it.
She did.
But whatever was going on, how she ended up calling you, it was meant
Yeah.
to interfere with what you was thinking,
And
to
she
bring you back.
she stayed on the phone. She talked to me. I
Mhm.
cried. I screamed. I cried. I screamed. And I felt so much better because you get to a place
Mhm.
where you feel like you can't talk to anyone.
Right.
It's like I want to talk to someone, but I don't want anyone to pass judgment.
Right.
And
Mhm.
then I don't want anybody
Mhm.
going to tell my business, which you really want
Mhm.
no business, but I want you to keep this.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
But I also want you to say something that's going to make me believe that tomorrow's going to come.
Right.
Mhm.
I just need to know that tomorrow's going to come. And, and then you don't want to put that on people.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she was my angel.
That was
Well,
definitely
thank you
meant.
to her.
Yes.
And to God,
Right.
because
Ain't that it?
of God,
Exactly.
he uses people.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
he used her. She logged into her bank.
I was like,
The bank. You're like, how
she
you
had
call?
she had one of them old Android phones.
That's what
Unless,
happened.
well, she had a good phone then, so yeah.
Not if she was
God
logging into her
God
bank.
used those
God
phones
You
used
know
too.
what? You might be right.
Yeah, God
She
used
would
those
log into her
phones
bank
too.
and call me.
Yeah.
Thank you, God.
Thank you for the small things.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That
That's
was
phone he used.
I would have never known. But when I
Exactly.
tell you, you just never know.
It's the
You
ones
Like
that
don't
smile
know.
a lot. Smile a lot.
you
Check on
never.
you. I said all of that to say we're at Christmas and the
Mhm.
holidays are. My mother passed in '93. It's still hard.
Mhm.
It's
I'm sure.
check on your good friends. I
Mhm.
know it sounds cliche. Just call them. A
Mhm.
Yeah.
text message. Hey, how you doing? It don't
Mhm.
cost you nothing. Ain't nobody
Right.
asking for no gifts.
Yeah.
Just check on your friends. Check on
Yeah.
the ones that say they're strong. The ones
Mhm.
that's always smiling. The one that's
Mhm.
always helping. Just check on them.
Yeah.
The
Sometimes
ones who
we're
they always got together, and
yeah,
we take them for
Mhm.
granted.
yeah.
Right.
And
That's
then we
definitely
say,
true.
I never knew they was going through that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got to be strong for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
that was
yeah.
that was something there.
Then that's something else that I didn't know. So I took away that I'm taking away. Um, what you just said, you never know. So just by looking at someone, you really never know.
Yeah.
You just don't know what they're going through. You be thinking they the ones that have it all together,
Child, we go in these nice houses and fall all apart.
fall all
All
to
apart.
pieces.
As soon as we get in the garage door don't be all the way down.
You just slid all down in the car.
Listen. Ugh.
You be like,
But
don't even want to get out the car.
but it just gives because but then you gotta look at it on the other side too. It could be another way. It could be
Yeah.
whereas could be foreclosed on, or
Mm-hmm.
you could not know, like even the down,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing, how you're gonna pay this, how you're gonna pay that. But it's just, I don't know. I'm just a firm believer in everything. Give thanks, no matter what it is,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what it
The
is.
good
And
and
I
the
have my
bad.
faults, and I have my, you know, um, things that I personally deal with too.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were saying about that, I was just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like it's going around.
Yeah.
It's going around.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah.
But I just thank God that you are still here
I'm
Mm-hmm.
thankful too. God is
in
good.
one piece,
Yeah.
firm piece at that. So, yeah, we definitely thank you for stopping by We Again Minute
I'm
podcast.
thankful that y'all invited me to come. I've
And
had a good time.
and
Larry
that's
probably somewhere just smiling and cheesing. He done got all his accolades tonight. Nigga, don't expect none of this for the next 2 weeks. I'm playing because his mama probably watched you. Hey, Miss Ann.
How you doing, Miss Ann? Hey, how you doing, family? But yeah, again, we definitely want to thank you, Miss. Go get. I could say Miss.
Doctor too.
Hey, doctor, go get
no,
him.
ma'am. No, ma'am. Are there any last words you would like to say, Miss Go Getter, before Troy says his last few
I don't
words?
think nothing else needs to be said after that testimony he just gave.
Oh, wow.
I think we just need to say amen and good night.
So with that being said, you got any last words?
I'm good.
Oh, my last thing for you is, what words of encouragement would you give someone who stepped out on faith just as you did, like
or going through what you just
yeah
said you used to go through?
Love yourself. Love yourself like nobody else can. When you love yourself, you will find the ways and the means to whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you need, you will figure it out. Just love yourself. When you stop loving yourself, that's when the problem. Just love yourself. Love on yourself. And it don't cost you nothing. Just love on yourself.
All right. So with that being said, like Dr. Troy said, he wrote the prescription. Love on yourself. So with that being said, we're gonna end it with our theme song, and we're gonna see you guys tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Let's go. Yo, listen up, everybody. Have you heard the news? We got a brand new show that's breaking all the rules. Started out from BA and now we on the move. From local to global, cause we got something to prove. We came from the bottom, now we at the tippy top. To hold it down for our people, cause we all we got. This is cold, cold world, but we keeping it hot. With Miss Frank on the mic, ain't no time to stop. Over here, still we having fun. If we say it like it is, ain't no holding our tongue. Go get us on the team, and we getting it done. And shout out to Travail, girl, you number one. We started with a dream that turned into a vision. Now educating new generations is our mission. Ears to the streets, yeah, we steady politicking. If it ain't about the change, mind your business. Please mind your business, y'all.
You know what type to say, mind your business. And if you can't, don't you go mess with nobody else there.
Right.
Wave your hands with it. Wave again a minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wave again a minute. Wave your hands with it. We top 6 like we all up on the ground with it.
Good night.
Night, y'all.